we are going to be welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing predicting the rest of the year on Squiggle. Lots of people have done this. Cardman's done it. Go check out his video. Go check out other people's videos if they're going to do this. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Just close my door. Let's go straight into the video. First game, Fremantle v Richmond. Oh my god. No, don't care. Richmond v Fremantle. Now, it's at Docklands. You can see the Tigers winning, but it's just not a thing. I think Freo, they're just going to be so dominant this week. That's how much they're going to win by. I reckon they can win sole game by about 31 points. Hawks v North Melbourne. Now, I'm a Hawthorn supporter, but I actually think we're going to have a big day in the park, and I reckon we can win by 5 goals. It's better for us, so I reckon we can play better, have a good game. I don't think that's actually going to be the scores. But yeah, the Crows v Sydney. Now, the Crows, I don't think they're going to have a great season the rest of the season. They're going to probably start to fall, but yeah, I can see this one smashing them by that much. But actually, no. Crows did put up a big game. I'm going to put the Swans to win by about 34. Geelong v Adelaide. I can see Geelong v Port Adelaide. I can see Port Adelaide winning this game, but nah, I've got to go Geelong here. You know, in a close game, I reckon they're going to show something in this end of the season, and that's why. Gold Coast v Brisbane. Don't even want to go lie. I reckon Brisbane, they're going to absolutely dominate, and that's probably it for Gold Coast. This next game, look, I can easily tip the Bulldogs, but I just think the Melbourne Demons, they're better than them. I know Melbourne haven't played great last few weeks, but still they're better. This game, most people might tip about that much points, but I reckon Giants aren't a good team, and I don't think that's why. I think they're going to absolutely get spanked in an absolute thriller. Now, this game, look, it's going to be one of the very close games, but I'm going to point that Collingwood actually get the W. And Collingwood, nearly after round, but St Kilda, they should win this game. Maybe about that much. And after round 19, Geelong first, Melbourne second, Brisbane third, Fremantle fourth, Collingwood fifth, 6th Sydney, 7th Carlton, and St Kilda have taken over the 8th spot in an absolute ball-bursting game. And Richmond 9th, still in the hunt. Western Bulldogs, Port Adelaide 11th, Gold Coast 12th, Hawthorn 13th, Essendon 14th, GWS 15th, Crows 16th, and West Coast 17th and 18th, North Melbourne. This game, I can see this very good to watch. Can the D's scrape one over the top? You know what? I think the Demons, they're slightly better, I reckon. I know Fremantle won last time, but the Demons got the first on the ladder. Just think the Demons, they're still class over Fremantle. I think they can win that game. Port v Collingwood. Another game, I think Collingwood can win maybe by a little bit more than they have the last few weeks. And that puts Collingwood all the way up to 3rd on the ladder. Holy flip. Sydney v GWS. GWS played a pretty good game against Sydney. They won last year by a point. You know what? I'm going to put it about that much. I think they can bounce back a bit, GWS. I don't think they'll win, but they can bounce back. I'll tell you that. Hawks v St Kilda. Now, Hawthorn can snag this victory, but we play very bad against St Kilda. But I think it'll be closer than it usually is. I think it'll be probably around that. But I think St Kilda, they're going to be still pretty good in the season to come. But who knows? They can choke games, St Kilda, but who knows? The Bulldogs, yeah, I don't think the Bulldogs can win that. They won't win it by much, actually. I'm going to put that up on War. They're going to absolutely smoke the Bulldogs. Now, the Crows v Carlton. Is that Adelaide Oval? But Carlton, they're still just that there's still big cards ahead of the Crows. Yeah. And then Gold Coast need to win this game. Honestly, I think Gold Coast, they're going to have a big day in the park that game. And then the Lions are going to win this game by about 10 points. I think the Lions, they're still very slightly better. And then I think Essendon will win this game by about 50-something points. And that is after round 20. Geelong first, Melbourne second, Brisbane third, Collingwood has snuck themselves in top 4, Sydney 5th, Fremantle gone down to 6th, Carlton 7th, St Kilda 8th, Richmond 9th, Bulldogs 10th, Gold Coast have taken over Port to be 11th, Port are now 12th, Hawthorn 13, Essendon 13, GWS 15, Crows 16, West Coast 17 and 18th, North Melbourne. This game, I don't know. Demons can drop this, but I just think the Demons, they're slightly better than, they're just slightly better than Collingwood. And I think that's why. And not slightly, they're a lot better. This game, like, come on. The Hawks can beat Gold Coast. I know we didn't have a good game last night, but it's at York Park. It's at UTAS. You know what? I'm tipping the Hawks in a good game. So, yeah. I think the Hawks will finish about 9 to 8 wins this year. Might win one more game. Sydney Showground. I think this is the Giants Stadium. You know, Giants play reasonably well at Giants Stadium, but I'm still going to tip Essendon to still get a very nice win. Fremantle. Look, the Bulldogs need to get a victory. And one of these games, I think they can just snag the Bulldogs. So I reckon the Bulldogs win that game by 1 single point. In a thriller. An absolute thriller. St Kilda, I don't think they're going to be even close to Geelong. I think probably that much. About 6 goals will do the difference. I reckon that might. Port v Richmond. Now, this is going to be a very good game to watch. And I think Port Adelaide can get over the line with some injuries with Richmond. I reckon Port Adelaide can get over the line that one. Now, and then the last game, round 21. That's going to be a thriller. No, that wasn't the last one, round 21. I thought it was. And this game, yeah, I've got to go Lions in a pretty close game. And then this one, I know the Crows aren't playing brilliant football, but I think you should still win. That is after round 21. Geelong first, Melbourne still second, Brisbane third, Sydney in 4, Collingwood 5th, Fremantle 6th, Carlton 7th, and St Kilda still in 8th. Western Bulldogs 9th, Richmond 10th, Port Adelaide 11th, Gold Coast 12th, Hawthorn 13th, Essendon 14th, Crows 15th, 16th, GWS 17th, West Coast, and 18th, North Melbourne. Look all out of here. I reckon Gold Coast are probably done for their season, but you know what? Never doubt them. This game, Docklands, I just think that Brisbane will win that game. I think St Kilda will bounce back after a fair few losses. This game, the Bulldogs, not even a doubt in their mind, they're going to absolutely demolish them, absolutely smash them in a game where could be a big decider. This game, I think the Crows will probably win by about that much. I think the Crows will probably have a good end to the season. I think they'll finish about 15th ladder. This game, look, Geelong can drop one of these games, and I don't think they will. I think Geelong can get that. I think Gold Coast season is probably done. It is actually Gold Coast season has officially closed off. This game, honestly, Carlton can win one of these. But just actually, no, I'm going for a really good game. Carlton got the 5th. I reckon Carlton can win that. I'm not gonna lie, I think they will. Perth. Oh my god. I said Perth. It's a big. I don't know. I think the derby. They call it the derby over there. Actually, I don't want it to be 1 point. But big derby over here. I think. Look, Freo can't drop one of these. I think Freo, they're gonna have a big day in the park, and they got all the way up to 5th. Now this game, Richmond, and I think Richmond have lots of people out. But I don't know. Can the Hawks pull one more win out their pocket, or do you think they're done? Look, we put a pretty good game up against them last year. And I think the Hawks we can, but nah, I'm going to have to go Richmond. I think that's just slightly better than us. And then Sydney v Collingwood. I think Sydney can just get over the line in that very close game. Or, yeah, I think that. And then Port Adelaide. I reckon they can snag a very, very good victory. And after round 23, ladder, I think, still Geelong first, Melbourne second, Brisbane third, fourth Sydney, fifth Fremantle, sixth Carlton, seventh Collingwood after being fourth a few weeks ago. And now 8th Western Bulldogs, 9th St Kilda, 10th Richmond, 11th Port Adelaide, 12th Gold Coast, 13th Hawthorn, 14th Essendon, 15th Adelaide, 16th GWS, West Coast, so 17th and 18th for North Melbourne. This game could very well decide top 2. And the Demons, I don't know, I think the Lions is just going to get that W, and the Lions actually take over the Demons in top 2. So the Demons miss out on top 2 in the year 2022. But then, yeah, I think the Demons lose that. This game, I think Carlton they're just still better than them, and Carlton having a good year, and they are locked in for finals. This game is huge. Honestly, Richmond lose this, they're out. Okay, but look, Richmond have lots of injuries at the moment, but at the MCG, I can see Richmond snagging one, and Richmond are in the top 8 by percentage. I think this is going to be a flogging. Honestly, I don't even want to see that. This game won't be as flogging, I reckon. I'm going to have to give that. This is big game, huge game, huge. York Park, Hawthorn v the Bulldogs. Nah, I think the Bulldogs... The Hawks can win this game. I think the Bulldogs, they're still going to beat us by about 5... No, not 5 points. About 20... Yeah, about 19 points. Gold Coast win this game by about 40 points. Then Sydney... Oh, St Kilda v Sydney. Look, the Saints could win this game. And I think I'm going to tip the Saints off 5 points. And the Saints are out of the finals. The Saints are 9th. This game's huge. Port Adelaide, I reckon, are going to win this game by heaps. And Port Adelaide miss out on percentage. Port Adelaide couldn't make it. So, that is the season done. Geelong come first. Brisbane snag second. Melbourne fought third. Fremantle sneak into 4. Sydney 5th, Carlton 6th, Collingwood 7th, 8th, Bulldogs. First game, I'm going to have to give that to Geelong. I think Geelong are still better than Fremantle. Sydney, I think they'll win that game in a very, very close game. I don't know, I think Carlton, they're still going to be there. And I think the Lions can get a victory. The first game. You know what? I think Fremantle are still there. I think they're better. I think they're slightly better. Actually. Nah, I got Swannies. I think Swannies can make it. And then D's win. So the D's, first, I'm just going to do this one because this is better. Because that one's better. Oh, I think they'll win at the Gabba. At the OCG. Again, they're versing each other in the prelim final. Nah, they choke so much. And the Demons at the MCG, you can't go wrong. The Demons win back-to-back flags. And yes, they will. I'll see you in the next video. And have a lovely day. Yeah. And also, go check out other channels if they did this video.